Turn on X. We're going to turn on Facebook.
I'm stuck.
There you go. Look, there we go.
What?
See, you got stuck behind me. It's
I
fantastic.
did. I got stuck.
All right.
The flowers are so nice. Is it for Valentine's Day?
I cut them just for you.
Oh, my.
I'm just kidding.
It's been a busy morning for you.
Dude, for real, man.
Okay, what am I looking at here?
Well, you know, this is supposed to be live, but sometimes it, you know, I know you don't like to talk about the technical stuff at the beginning, but that's what like the first 30 seconds is just figuring out, hey, is this working the way that it's supposed to? Because sometimes it doesn't work the way that it's supposed to, and that's okay.
Okay, well, let's hope that it's working.
Yeah, I don't know if it's working.
You know what's always a little off-putting is I feel like my makeup looks intense on there, and does it look like that in person?
No. Why are you getting all up in my space, man?
I want you to look at my eyeshadow.
Oh, calm it down. Calm it down.
Okay. Are we good?
I don't know. Change we might be good on Facebook, but I don't know if we're good on anything else. Let's see here. Let's change this.
Step back there.
I know. It's all just settings and things. You got to go in and...
I thought you do those settings beforehand.
Oh, I did, but you know, it's just acting kind of funky this morning.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't think it's working.
Anyway, it doesn't show that we're live, even though I said that we'd be live.
It doesn't say. It doesn't
No?
show. Not on here.
Why not, man?
Not on Facebook. I don't know about on... Oh, yeah, it is on here.
On which one? Yeah, but see, but it's on... Instagram's all weird. I don't know
we
what's
talked
going
about
on.
this. I don't feel like Instagram is where it was supposed to be anyway, regardless.
I don't understand how they publish it, but then you can't like... Let's try it again.
Okay. I don't care.
I know. We only have like a few minutes anyway.
Yeah, we weren't going to have a whole long discussion. There was a couple things I wanted to talk about. Let's dive into them. Yay, Monday.
Hold on. Give me a second. Almost there. Almost there.
I'll patiently wait.
Go patiently wait. Let's see.
You know, the other day I casually said to somebody, patience isn't my strong suit. And they said, yeah, I can tell. And I said, I wasn't expecting that response. I was expecting the polite response, like, oh, no, you're fine. And it really was, oh, I can tell.
Oh, whatever. Well, no, because just so you know, whenever we do this, the majority of our viewers that pop up are on Instagram. Mm-hmm. So we get probably twice as many people on Instagram as we do anywhere else. So when you're like, no, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that.
Maybe less is more.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
Look at Frankie.
Look at Frankie. Whoa, someone's here.
Someone's at the door.
Anyway, what's up, dude?
Nothing. Okay, so what a weekend. I will say,
What?
I've really got to monitor my intake these days. Can I just put that out there?
Dude.
So we went to Shake and Not Stir. Drew was
Oh my
emceeing.
God.
Great party. We had a great night.
I have to monitor my intake, she
I
says.
have to monitor my intake. So Drew was emceeing the event. It was a lot of fun. I got to hang out with the girls because Drew was really busy. But I missed you. I kept circling around like, hey, hi.
I didn't even get to hang out with you, I don't feel like.
No, you didn't get to hang out with me because you were working, which is okay. They had a wonderful martini bar that you could go and sample all the stuff. I'm sure you got in there.
No, I only had like 2, man. I was totally bummed. Hold on, so I know you don't hear the technical thing, but the chat's not working. Give me a second. I just got to make sure that if someone says something, we can be like, oh, hey, yeah, that's cool, man.
But it's not on Instagram. It's on Facebook.
I know. Anyway, no, it was fun. It was really fun. Shaken Not Stirred is a good event. I enjoy the event. I enjoy the people. I enjoy the camaraderie. The only problem is that when you MC something, and you know, Tony knows this.
There, now it's working. You have it working.
On what?
Is there somebody here?
No, I don't know what's going on. Oh no, it's Lily.
Oh, okay, so it's working. It's already on there.
Well, if it's going, it's going. I'm not going to mess with it then. It says it's streaming.
Yeah.
Instagram has been having problems with their stuff. So
I hate this part.
I know, but we have to have it.
Work out the kinks beforehand. You're wasting my time. Time is money.
I don't see it.
Back
It's not on there.
It gave me the thing on top.
No, I don't see it. Oh, whatever. Anyway, sorry, y'all. Have to have some fun with some technical
Are we
difficulties.
done talking about the Instagram? Just go to the Facebook.
Let's try it again. Let's try it again. Maybe it'll work now. You know, you would think that they would figure out how to make it work. They are like a big social media company, aren't they?
Let me know when you're ready.
Like, it's like you're live. No, you're not live. Just kidding. You are live. No, you're not. Just kidding. And then it's like you're live, and then it's like no, you're not live.
I know, but it's working on one platform, so I feel like you really should just leave it alone.
You gonna fight about it?
You frustrate me. Like, nobody cares.
What do you mean? This doesn't make any sense. You can't say nobody cares. Nobody can even watch if it's not on. If it's not going.
People have noticed that my patience is being tested. It is.
Whatever. Your patience is always tested.
She's done the same thing 4 times now.
I
6
have.
times.
I have.
Okay. Well, are you going to be able to function if it doesn't work on Instagram?
Yeah.
Yeah? All right.
Yeah, why not?
Let's see. Is it working now?
Look, it's on X, and it's on Twitter.
Okay.
And it's on YouTube.
Can I go back to talking about Saturday night?
Let's talk about you. Let's go back to talking about you.
I wasn't talking
Okay,
about
go
me.
on.
I was talking about Saturday night.
Saturday night's all right with me.
About the Junior League event.
Yeah. Yes, man. It was fun.
I had a good time. The martini station was a hit. We got to
There were a
try
bunch of
martinis
them.
all over the place. But I will say that I don't drink a whole lot of sugary drinks anymore. So
Some of them were real short. But dude, the limoncello one from freaking Loretto
after-
was so good. It was so good.
it was delicious. But the after effect is what I'm talking about.
But then they had the one after they won. They made a special martini that tasted like
Who
lemon
won?
custard. Loretto won.
Okay, I didn't know they won. I was buzzing around.
Loretto won, and Talk Ocean came in second with their Serrano martini, and then third was Toloa, where the after party was. The after.
So I recently went to Loretto Bistro for dinner, and it was delicious. I hadn't been there, I guess, since they remodeled and whatnot. The place is really pretty, and the drinks were great. But back to what I was saying.
Go back to you.
Back to me.
Back to the Jessica in the Morning show.
Back
Jess
to
in the morning.
real issues that people care about.
There we go.
The hangover. So I had the martinis. I tried a bunch of them, and then I just didn't feel well on Sunday at all. And I thought I was the only one hurting, and I didn't want to say much. I just kind of kept my mouth shut and said I was going to just power through it, and I did. But then someone else was not feeling well either.
Who?
You.
Oh no,
So
it's
how
fine.
many martinis
I
did you
just,
have?
I was, as they say, sweating like a whore in church.
Why were you sweating?
Dude, I don't know. In the middle of everything, I was like, dude, remember I leaned over, I was like, is it really hot in here? And he looked at me and goes, no. And I'm like sweating. I'm like, it smells like tequila. Because we drank tequila at the after party.
We did.
At Tallulah.
Hey,
You kept calling it Delilah?
Delilah?
Tallulah?
Tallulah.
Yeah.
What's it called?
Taloa.
Taloa. Someone told me where that name came from. Taloa. Anyway, so for that minute that we were out at, so we don't go out much, and we ended up at this after party, which is already asking a lot. And we were out till 1:30 before you pulled me out of there. You made this like proclamation, like I'm ready to go. It's time to go
Yeah,
now.
dude. Well, it was
I was like
late.
this, party time, and
No,
you were like,
you
it's time to
weren't.
go.
You
Yeah.
were just sitting there chatting and chatting and chatting. You were in
Well,
dancing.
that was my. I was having fun.
Oh, you were just like, and I was like, oh my God, she's just talking and
Well,
talking
what
and
about
talking.
when you're talking? I listen.
No, you pull me out sometimes. You're like, we gotta get out of here.
No, the only time that I've pulled you out in the past year is because you were getting low on the dance floor.
Get low, get low, get low.
You were
get
getting low, and I felt like
To
it
the
was
windows,
absolutely
to the
necessary to
walls.
get you out of the dance floor before anyone photographed you going low.
Where was I getting low?
At DeLorean's. It was after another event. We were I think at the IMUS event, and
I got low, got low, got low.
you were just shaking your hips.
I mean, you gotta shake the moneymaker if you want to get paid.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And then I was like, it's time to go, Drew Lentz. We got to get out of here. So
Whatever.
we left. But you did pull me out, and you quickly turned into...
Go into dad mode. Is that what you're about to say?
No, I was going to say you went into Whataburger, which is the do not do that.
Oh,
we
dude,
don't
I do it.
that
Yeah,
anymore.
yeah, dude. Whataburger at 2 a.m.
No, I don't do that.
Yes, it was
Nope.
so good. Well, but here's the thing, man. I emceeing the event, fantastic. I got there at 6. I didn't eat dinner before. And then I was like, let me drink a beer just so I could chill out a little bit. And so I drank a beer, and I was like, well, let me have another one. And I was like, cool. And then 2 beers in with no food, I was like, dur, 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 dur. And so I didn't have any food. I didn't have any dinner. And then we went to the club afterwards with a car full of ladies.
You did. You went with a car full of girls.
I did. Yep.
Look at you.
Stacked them up.
You didn't get low this time, though.
Get in the car.
Hothead says I'm supposed to let you get low.
Free Drew. That's what I'm talking about.
No,
See?
it was a bit when Drew's getting low, and
It's a party.
I was like, we gotta go. Something
Whatever.
terrible.
It was good though, and there was no drama at the
We're
event.
too old for drama.
No, that's not true. There's always drama.
There was no drama. We had
It
a
was
good
a really
time.
good event. No, it was a really, really good event.
And
They raised a bunch of
Whataburger
money.
hit.
They the silent auction items went well. I think they raffled off some earrings from Portillo Jewelers. He gave me a pocket. Ricardo gave me a pocket.
He had denim pockets in his
A
pocket.
denim pocket. Well, I don't understand. He's like, here's a pocket. I'm like,
Yeah, denim
what?
pockets. I think it was from another event. I do remember that.
What are you? I'm walking around, and then so all night I'm walking around with a pocket in my pocket. There's a pocket in my
Did you put
pocket.
anything in your pocket?
I put my pocket in my pocket.
In the new pocket, though.
Oh no.
No. Okay, so we left there. Sunday was tough. It was tough, but we made it to Mass.
Yeah, the rule is, the rule in our
that's a
family is
good
it
one.
doesn't matter how late you stay out, and especially if you stay out super late, you got to go to Mass the next day. That's your weird Catholic guilt.
It is, absolutely. Remember when we did it to Nola?
And she got, oh my God, she had a slumber. This is such a great
this is
story.
a great story. You can share it.
She had a slumber party, and she
On a Saturday night.
On a Saturday night, and Nola stayed up with her friends till they wanted to see who could stay up the latest, and they stayed up all night. And I don't know who the last one to go to sleep was, but it was like at 7 or 8 a.m. And then we rolled around, we scooped her up, we went to Mass, we're sitting at Mass, and I took a picture of her. Nola's falling asleep, and I look over at her, and I see her just like dozing off in Mass, and she's like trying to get her life together, like shaking her head and like dozing off. And I look at Jess, I'm like, dude, she's totally out of it. And they come around, everyone stands up to go take communion, to take the host, and Nola decides that she's not going to do it. She crosses herself, and we're like, she comes back and we said, hey, what are you doing? You've done all your stuff. You can take communion. And she goes, I don't deserve it. I stayed up too late last night, and it wasn't right.
We had a moment where we're like, yes,
Like-
Catholic guilt's got her. So for
Parenting win.
Parenting win. So for the rest of her life, she will have some guilt, and she can party, but she's got to go to church the next day, just the
man.
way we did. And Drew was sweating on Sunday. I was fine.
I was thinking,
afterwards that I was like, I
it was
can't,
good.
I
It was a
gotta
good
go.
event. I see Ephraim just jumped on. The sound could have been, I could have used one more speaker, because the way that they had it set up, everyone was where the speakers weren't, so you couldn't
Right.
hear any of the announcements or anything. But the band was so much fun, dude. They were called 11th Street, and we just.
Where are they from?
I don't know. I don't know anything about them, but I have to find them, because 11th Street was such a good band, and they were so much fun. And they were playing like crazy 90s music, and we were trying to trick each other with what song we could do, and we were throwing dad jokes back and forth. Oh man, that was one of the best bands I've ever had banter with as an MC. They were so much fun. It was a really, really good band. So I highly recommend 11th Street. They were hilarious. And they was hanging out with their wives the whole time. They're all drinking, and we're like singing along to 90s
I'm telling
songs.
you, the martini stations got everybody crazy.
Were you gonna say crunk?
No.
Oh, speaking of bands,
Crunk?
Homer Martinez just jumped on. Oh, that's cool.
No,
dude.
I was just gonna say that those martinis got everybody
We had a good time.
wild.
And Glazers was a great sponsor there. Glazers donated so much. And then Tito's, dude, so Tito's tells them, we'll be happy to donate all the vodka. You got to come pick it up.
From where?
From Austin.
So they had to go to Austin
So
to get it?
one of I think it was someone that somebody knew. I want to say it was somebody's friend. I don't remember whose friend it was coming down from Austin. I think it was Marita's friend was coming down from Austin.
Yeah.
And they said, yeah, dude, we'll take it. And they like loaded up their car with vodka and drove it down. I don't know if that's legal now that I say that out loud.
It's completely legal. It's not marijuana. It's
Yeah.
It's
Anyway, so
liquor.
they're like, yeah. So they donated. Tito's
yeah,
donated
Tito's
all
has
the
always
vodka.
been a really great sponsor. I think they've been doing that for a while. I just thought
Yeah.
you could pick it up locally. I didn't realize you had to go all the way to Austin.
Yeah, and Junior League was it's a great service organization. So a great cause. The money that was raised is going to go to help fund their scholarships and their sponsorships and stuff. They give money to Mujeres Unidas, to the Food Bank of RGV, to RGV Dads. Woo! Shout out RGV Dads. So all this money that was raised goes to like $1,000 scholarships. It goes to their programs like Kids in the Kitchen. Man, one of the craziest stories. You tell the story about when you were in Junior League and you did Kids in the Kitchen.
Right. I think that sometimes there's just such a big disparity of what we're used to and what we're accustomed to and what, it goes back to being just really grateful for the opportunities that we have and the blessings, and that food insecurity is not a problem in my home, but it is definitely something that we battle throughout the Rio Grande Valley. And so it's important to always be conscious of that. And it was a learning moment for myself because we did the program, which is called Kids in the Kitchen, where you teach a bunch of kiddos. And we went to, what elementary was
It was on the south side.
I want to say like Bonham Elementary or something like this. One of those schools on the south side of McAllen. And we decided that we were going to teach them how to make fruit kebabs. Like, how do you make eating fruit fun? And so you put it on skewers and you do all this. And so we had chopped up bananas and we brought in strawberries. And I had a bunch of little kids at the table that had never had strawberries before. They had never had a strawberry. And it never occurred to me that everybody doesn't eat strawberries. And you stop and you think about it. Well, yeah, it's $5-6 for a pint of strawberries.
But
it's not the priority when you're feeding a family.
But what's nuts is to think about strawberries used to be a pretty bountiful crop down here, and there's a little field that used to grow some in Donna also. But to think that there were kids in the Rio Grande Valley in McAllen that had never tasted a strawberry.
Right. It left me like, wow.
You called me crying.
Yeah. It was a moment because I don't think about it. We walk into the grocery store and you see strawberries and you pick up strawberries and you buy the strawberries. And that wasn't something that they had done. And so I don't think it's even about it being a bountiful crop here. I think it's just it's a pricier item, which goes back to eating healthy altogether. So the program is trying to teach kids that eating healthy is the priority. Eating healthy is important. But eating healthy is so expensive.
It is. Yesterday we went to the Gucci Bee yesterday. We rolled up to
We went to North McAllen to go grocery shopping.
Oh my God, dude. And it's like the social event. We didn't get 10 steps in and it's like, how are you doing? How's it going?
It had been a minute since we had gone to that grocery store.
Gucci Bee, man. Never fails.
It definitely was not an in and out experience. It took forever to get through there. And
I almost ditched you because I saw my buddy Isaac and he was making lobsters for dinner with Gilma, and I was like, I'm going to go home with them.
Go.
Man.
I made dinner last night, though.
You did? Oh my God, you did. You made great spaghetti. We watched the Grammys. Taylor Swift announced new. Hey, I have never wanted to go. I've never been the person that's like, oh man, I'd love to go to one of those big shows, the Grammys or the Oscars. Dude, last night made me want to go to the Grammys.
I think it was very well coordinated.
Except for Jay-Z just being a dick, like just getting up there and.
So I didn't understand.
I get it. Maybe he wasn't being a dick, and you pointed out a really interesting perspective. Maybe he was talking to a group of people that really needed to hear what he said.
Right.
But everything was just on such a good positive vibe for him to come up and throw out a bunch of negativity that, granted, probably needed to be said, but then it seems so self-serving because he was talking about his wife.
I think
but then again, it's like, well, good for him. He's sticking up for his wife. But then it's like, dude, come on. Like, it was his Kanye. I'm gonna let you finish moment.
I'll tell you that it had so much room for people to use that as a platform to say important things.
It was already on like a good trajectory, man.
And I think everybody, for the most part, was really genuine, and their acceptances were really great, and it was fun to watch. And I think we smiled and we clapped and we were excited in our living room, which is all the things that you want an award show to be.
Yeah, with the kids, like
we were having a good time. Now, when it got to that point, it was, and it's like I said it last night. I think that he had a valid argument, right?
Yeah.
For the people that do feel oppressed, for the people that feel like they don't get seen, for the people who need to raise their voice a little more. And I think that that's who he was speaking to. I just think at times the delivery of these messages becomes so harsh to listen to. It becomes jaded.
It does,
right? Because you heard it, we heard it, and we were like, oh,
but it was just, everything was such a cool vibe. Dude, Miley Cyrus,
Oh,
that was her show last night.
She was awesome, and you're genuinely happy for her. Like genuinely,
yes,
like
well, the lead
so
up
happy
to it,
for her.
where she's like, "I'm going to do this for me. I want to watch videos of myself tomorrow in bed." So awesome. That was so awesome. But oh my God, Annie Lennox sings Sinead O'Connor. Fleet looks over at me and goes, "Are you crying?" And I said, "Yes." Yes, I was. Dude, Annie Lennox sings Sinead O'Connor? Oh my God. And then the Stevie Wonder memorial was pretty cool. But dude, like talk about all the feels, and then Billy Joel at the end.
I didn't get to see Billy
Dude, he
Joel.
was explaining how he hasn't put out a new song because he just lost the fire. He lost the passion. And this guy came around and came into his life and got him back in the studio, and he sung it, and he sung his new song. I don't know what the name of it was, but the whole theory or the whole song was about turn the lights back on, I'm not done yet. And he's like, have I missed my shot to be something incredible? And like the whole world was watching him, and he just went away. And now he's like, turn the lights back on. It's like time to get back into it.
He didn't really go away. He's been selling Madison Square Garden out.
No, but that was years and years and years ago.
So he hadn't put out any new music
in 30 years. Yeah. So Joni Mitchell for real. Great. Again, the thing about Joni Mitchell that I loved was, and I said this also, is that you have on one hand you have people making songs about bullshit, which is okay. Bullshit songs are fun, I guess, and then you have Kill Bill talking about, what the Grammy Award-winning Double Homicide song, but then you get Joni Mitchell out there, just like dropping like, this is the art, like this is, oh my God, that was so good.
We discussed this last night. It is also the genre of music, right? Like I'm not listening to The Bridge every afternoon in the car. Right, when you want something meaningful and soulful, you put it on. But it's not my everyday, and it's definitely not what I'm listening to when I'm at the gym, right? So
and the guy from McAllen did not win.
How do you know?
Because we watched the award show last night. He didn't win.
But I don't think it was on there.
Yes, Songwriter of the Year. Yes, it went to somebody else. He didn't win. It's not important who won. He didn't win, and that's a bummer.
Well, I don't know, but yeah. So with that, I think we saw some really true, just authentic moments. People being genuinely happy and surprised. I didn't like Billie Eilish talking. Everything about her, I just stopped.
Okay, boomer.
Stop.
Yeah, no, but that's how.
But her speech was like, just put a couple words together.
I know what you're saying. What in your head you were thinking. The first thing you were thinking is, what are you wearing? The second thing you were thinking is, what's wrong with your hair?
I could get past that.
And the third thing you were thinking was, just talk like a normal human being.
Yes. She spoke an emoji.
She spoke an emoji.
Yes. Excited, right? Like sad. Like she spoke an emoji.
Whatever.
You can go back
good
and
for
listen
her.
to it.
It was
great.
Like,
Jessica has a point. I didn't see where Taylor blew off Celine. I don't know.
But I did see Celine Dion, and that was pretty dope.
Well,
her
jewelry was.
Her jewelry was incredible.
Her jewelry was a little mesmerizing.
Yeah, and it was good to see her on the stage.
Look at us doing a review
like we're old friends.
Of the
like,
Grammys.
Oh, it's good to see Celine again.
Okay, so.
So Gordon comes home today.
Yes. Okay, so Parvo is done. We are over the whole Parvo nonsense. We've got some incredible support. I got some text messages and kind words from friends and family about their journey with Parvo, and I
had no idea how many people, number one, watched the podcast.
It's a little,
and two, how many people were as concerned about our puppies as they are. So thank you for that. I had random people come up to me at Shaken Not Stirred asking me how the dogs were. So thank you. I appreciate that.
Well, Frankie's great. She's sitting right over there, which is why I'm just staring over there. But Gordon comes home today. It's been truly what the vet had said was 5 to 7 days hospitalized, and then we should see him turn around. And I think at day 4, because I'm not a patient woman, I was losing my mind and went to go visit him. Was like literally like, come on, we're gonna do calisthenics and we're gonna rub your belly and you are gonna get your
you're gonna eat chicken
hearts together. You're gonna feel better, dog. And he did. He perked up. He did perk up. I want to believe that it was because Mom went in there and really shook him up, but maybe it really was what the doctor said, that it was going to take 5 to 7 days. And sure enough, he comes home today. So we'll go get him in a bit.
Yeah.
And we'll be excited to have the gang back together.
So that you said something
that
piqued my interest.
Piqued your interest.
You said he's got his shit together. So, on that note,
But that's not what we named it.
I know
Okay.
I know.
Sorry.
Let me finish.
Sorry.
Why are you being so rude? They can still hear us whisper.
Why is it that when I don't agree with you, you say I'm being rude?
You're rude.
Not rude. I just don't always
It's not
agree
true,
with you.
but it's rude to not agree with
Can
me.
you imagine if I did always agree with you?
Oh, I know, right? Oh, it'd be so great.
No, it wouldn't be great.
No.
I'd just be another appendage.
A rather large appendage. That's me saying you're a big dick.
We're gonna talk about it later. Go on. Okay, so what were we gonna say?
Nothing. It's not important.
Oh, here we go. Here we go. You've done this how many times today?
Whatever. You interrupt her. You squirreled the shit out of me this morning. I was saying something.
just the way I
We
think,
saw a
Drew.
car accident happen in front of us.
We
That I was
did.
trying to explain to the kids. We were trying to decipher who was right and who was wrong. And in the middle of that, Jessica just goes off and starts asking questions about other shit. I was like, dude, we're in the middle of talking about this.
When I'm done with the conversation, Drew, I tend to move on.
Whatever. We are renaming the podcast, and it is. We were going to call it "Get Your Shit Together" because that's your catchphrase.
I say that a lot.
Yeah, it was either going to be "Get Your Shit Together" or "Time to Get Up" because you screamed "Time to Get Up" at the top. All these things are things that you yelled. Now that I think about it.
You like me though. You like me enough to point it out. You see,
But
honey?
we have decided that is not going to be the winner.
No,
So we are
it's not the winner.
rebranding the podcast,
Dun dun dun.
but we're not going to tell you what it is. We're
We're
gonna,
not?
No, we'll do it later. We'll make a little logo and stuff. Make it fancy. It's no longer going to be Drew in the Morning because clearly it is not just Drew in the Morning. That lasted a whole 2 episodes.
You had like 6,
Whatever,
and
dude.
they were really boring.
Yeah.
All of them. They're terrible.
So we're rebranding it to be more inclusive of each other. Yes.
Of each other.
And then we're trying to figure out, do we call it Drew and Jessica in the morning or Jessica and Drew in the morning? But there's no real easy way to spell that. That's not a big pain in the ass. So instead we went with something completely neutral and fun, and it's something that
And
we...
then we'll give them the story about it when we make the announcement
That's
because
right.
it does. There's a story to it.
There's a story to it.
There's a story to
So,
it. Yeah.
So there you
It's going
go.
to be a great week. I'm excited about the week. I think there's a lot of opportunity in front of us.
There is. It's going to be an exciting
A
week.
lot of movement. Today alone is a very intense day.
Dude, for real, I am on dad duty today,
You're
like
on
no
dad
other.
duty
Let's
this
see.
evening?
Let's see. I wonder how many people have schedules like this because I feel like a lot of our friends do
I'm
have the
pretty
same
sure a lot
schedule.
of them
This
have
is
the same schedule.
drop off kid number 1 at 7:40 más o menos. Drop off kid number 2 at 7:50 más o menos. Grab a coffee, come back, rock the podcast, hit some meetings. My God, meeting that starts in 3 minutes. Get some meetings in. I already ordered the stuff for soccer, and then at noon I've got a lunch. I think I have a lunch today at noon, and then come back at 1.
Gordon, you forgot Gordon.
Oh, got to pick up Gordon, and got to pick up the stuff at Dick's Sporting Goods. Grab Gordon, grab lunch, come back. Awesome neighbors. Shout out to the neighbors bringing Fleet home. Victoria, thank you, appreciate it. Bringing home little man. So he'll be home. Then got to pick up Nola at
You're carpool today, so you have to pick up
4. Yeah, I'm carpool day, so I'm picking up a bunch of kids, dropping Nola off at Melba's, coming back over here, dropping the kids off, grabbing Fleet, going to football, finishing football, picking up Nola, going to her soccer game, and then coming home. And then shower.
Where all
and
my
sleep.
mommies at? They're like, that's
Yeah.
just my regular
Don't
day.
mommy that shit.
It's totally a
no
mommy
horse
thing.
manure. It's
not a horse
just
maneuver.
moms.
No, it's
That's
every
bullshit. I
single
don't know.
Monday.
That's not.
Take a poll. It's
It's-
every single
no,
Monday.
but that's not just a mom thing. It's not moms have it so hard. Dude,
No.
moms and dads both have.
I
But
never
moms
said
and
that.
dads do the same
no,
thing.
you're getting
Just saying.
defensive.
Well, no, because you're like, where my mom's at?
Well, because it's true.
How about
This
where
is
my
this is
parents
typ-
at?
Oh, okay, my bad. Where are the parents who have to do all the after-school
See,
activities?
that's way better. It's not just.
And
It's
mainly
not
moms.
gender specific.
You know,
Dude,
I'd like to pull the audience. here.
Okay, let's just look at my friend. How many friends I have that are dads that do the same thing all the time?
I'd like to see what they're saying.
No one get your shit together, Drew, says Tracy. No, but seriously.
Okay, can I break this down before
I
you
will
go
say,
and you have a freaking movement on me and you start a riot?
Why is it that if a guide said what you just said, don't go have a movement on me, Oh my God.
You're my husband. I thought we were speaking freely.
Oh, to the entire internet apparently who comes up and asks us about Parvo.
But it's me and you. I'm not the example. I'm not the example. You guys should never listen to anything I say. Let me just start there. But second of all, we live together and we know each other really well. And it is typically mommy who does it. The after school.
Sometimes it is. And sometimes it's typically daddy that does it.
Okay. Okay.
Hard pill to swallow.
I'm going to let you finish.
Oh, look, yeah. It's such a loaded thing to say.
Why don't you debunk it? Why don't we break it all down and tell me how you're really feeling?
I have a call in like 45 seconds or less. Well, someone's got to work. Typically, it's the man.
Here we go. But you know what? Yeah.
High five. Kudos to teamwork.
Maybe it's time to change those gender roles.
What? No. I like working. You like working. I like picking up the kids.
No, I don't genuinely.
I'm bullshitting. I really enjoy doing that stuff.
I know, but
it's so much fun.
Monday is normally really crazy. Today I just can't do it. But this is Monday. Monday I have to take Nola a second lunch. She's got to eat in the car. We're changing shoes. There's bags everywhere. Like it's just Monday's the
Tracy
crazy
says it's usually the moms we do it better.
Yeah.
How many moms have missed pickup this year alone in carpool? And how many?
Well, that's our specific carpool, and I didn't miss pickup, and I definitely don't think the mommies want you shouting that out.
Calling them out.
No, there was just a misunderstanding on pickup days.
That's right.
Oh,
yeah,
no.
well.
All right, now, before I stab you, we're leaving.
Hey, have a wonderful week,
Have
y'all.
a good week.
Hey, this is not a bad idea to just go live for 30 minutes. Sometimes you have good ideas.
It's not a bad idea now?
It's never a bad idea.
I'm never a bad idea.
Oof.
Ever.
Yes, as the lady who like drowned a couple of martinis the other night. I'm not a bad idea. Dude.
I behaved.
Oh, that's questionable.
I wasn't the one pulling into Whataburger. You were.
That's not misbehaving.
Yeah, it is. All right. Bye.
Bye.